What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with another Tales of Crestoria video. Besides, like, small news, feels like it's been a bit since we've been here for some actual content, I suppose. But anyways, we have a new event and a new banner. Obviously, I've already gone over the new units, Judas and Merity getting SSRs, which I guess Merity is more popular than I originally thought. But Judas is still a surprise to me getting an SSR this soon. So you've got that banner up, so those who are going to summon here, I wish you luck. We do have a rate up, so if you are a newer player, this could definitely be useful to you because Step 4 is guaranteed SSR, so that's pretty good there. And the banner is only fire and water units. So it's not like one of those things where it's like only the featured. The entire banner is just fire and water. Now, unfortunately, I probably would have considered summoning on this if it had Riala, but I guess since she literally just left like 2 banners ago, it's still too soon to put her in here, but there are still some solid choices here. So if you are lacking on your fire or water teams, especially, I think Sharia, Sharia is on here. So if you need a fire healer, she is in there, but there's still, you know, a decent amount of SSRs in here. So, it's still a toss-up if you'll actually get what you're searching for. But if you, in general, just need these colors, it's not a bad banner. Vicious has his birthday banner. I wouldn't personally touch this, just because he is a day 1 unit. So I feel like a lot of people, if you've been playing since day 1, you would probably at least have him by now. You know, of course, there are some, you know, unlucky things. Like, for me, for example, I still don't have Water Rita. The day 1, where is she? This is the only day 1 SSR I'm still missing. I don't have her. Haven't pulled her once in all these summons I've done. I may never pull her, you know, because the pool keeps growing, so there's no guarantee that I will ever pull her. But she's the only day 1 SSR I'm missing, so I'm sure there are people who don't have this Vicious. Rate up for Milla and Kongwei, so light attribute banner, so if you need light units, that's good too. But unlike the other banner, this is not like only light units on here. It has everything up to, I would guess the last bit, yeah, Raven's on here, so up to Raven and Annis. So it has everything. And that's pretty much it. So anyone who decides to summon on any of those, I wish you luck, but I also want to remind you that we are only about, I'd say exactly, actually we're a little less, because I think it'll be the 15th of July. Will be 1 year, so we're a little less than 2 months away from the 1 year anniversary. So that banner is probably going to be the most high value for people to summon on, not only because it'll have, you know, it'll have special things like, you know, the 4th multi or the 4th step will always, on every rotation you do, will always be an SSR, but they may add some extra stuff there. So, you know, even if you miss out on some units right now, you might have a chance to get some stuff that you're missing then. Enough about that. First things first, we're going to go to the Codex to look at the Memorias for this event, which is a Dezel SSR Memoria and a Rose SR Memoria. So let's start by looking at their stuff. Dezel, obviously you would think that Dezel would be Wind because, you know, he's a Wind Seraphim in normal Tales of Zestiria. But because of how this game works, we've had like 2 kind of wind-based events lately and a lot of wind units lately, so he was obviously not going to be wind. He is dark. So let's see if we can, he should be around here somewhere. Do I already have him? Oh, because I have it only unacquired. Unacquired. Where are you? There you are. Alright, so an arts type Dark Memoria. Let's just take a look at what he does real quick. So 10,000 HP, 1800 attack, 500 defense. So an attack heavy Memoria, which is very nice to see. 44% reduction of enemy break gauge to dark type allies. So that's pretty good there. Definitely nice to, you'll definitely want to throw that on a character that's going to be hitting pretty hard. So I might actually throw this. I mean, it is arts type, so I'm not like super worried about who I'm gonna throw it on. I guess Laphicet would be a decent pick for this, considering he is arts type. But not like that matters for this, because it's dark type allies for the skill, not that, but you'll at least be matching the Memoria types there. And then as for acquired, is there anyone else for SSR? That's arts type. No. Okay. So yeah, Laffy said if you want to like fully go for the correct typing, definitely that's what you want to go with. All right. I actually don't know what Rose's is. Let's just let's go to unacquired SR. Oh, it's water. Okay. So Rose SR Memoria, 4,500 HP, 1,150 attack, 1,100 defense. So it's pretty balanced right there. A little low on the HP side, but attack and defense are pretty balanced. And it is plus 80% poison resist to water allies. So I will always be happy to see a poison resist there, especially now that they're starting to make more technical kind of stuff. Like if you've done this month's Transcend battle, it is very technical with a lot of these stages. I probably will put out a video before it goes away to how to do the stages I could at least complete. But yeah, so those are our two Memorias. Very cool. Nice to have another wind, or not wind. I keep wanting to say wind because that's what Dezel is. Dark Memoria. So yeah, so for this Transcend battle, before we actually hop in and go over the event itself, I have completed up through stage 4, I believe. Yeah, I've beaten the first 4 stages. They are a little bit technical, especially with stage 2 and 4. So I will definitely make a video on at least up to these. I think I'm going to do step 5 or stage 5, but I need to work on my team a little bit more. Yeah, recommended element is water, so it's a bit tough not having a full water team. Because obviously I bring Estelle with me for healing. Alright, Mercantile Adventure. So this event was kind of fun. It's basically a story, for those who, I guess, who didn't read it. It's a story about Dezel and Rose. You know, they work as merchants, which makes sense for, you know, Rose. And Rose sees these beautiful butterflies that she wants to, I guess, find a way to sell. But the issue with that is that these butterflies die if they are in captivity, and then they lose their color. Their beautiful shine. I guess their wings turn brown. So the whole thing is Rose goes off on her own into the woods to try and find a way to make it work, and then Dezel stumbles upon Kanata, who has once again fallen into a hole, and then it's basically a little adventure about Dezel and Kanata trying to find Rose and make sure she's safe and whatnot. So it's pretty fun. End of the story basically goes, they find a way that these flowers are how the, I guess, butterflies are able to thrive, and Rose, I guess, somehow comes up with a way that she might be able to sell these butterflies, and there you go. I think the coolest part about this event was that they did keep Dezel's whole thing about him being blind. And they go with the whole thing. He figured out immediately that Kanata is a transgressor, but he basically said that he wasn't going to judge Kanata's character just because he's a transgressor, you know. He didn't sense any evil aura coming from Kanata, so Dezel did put his trust into him, which is really cool because Dezel's one of my more favorite Tales characters. Definitely, I think he's definitely my favorite character in Zestiria. So that was it for the story. We are back to having raids and the summon box. So we are definitely going to use some of this. As you can see, I already have 1,800 of these butterflies that we'll use in the summon box. What's very interesting is they did take away those extra stages. As you can see here, we don't have those like hard farming stages. Or not really farming. Well, yeah, I guess you could call them farming. So your main source of getting stuff for this event will be doing these raids, which is pretty nice, you know. And what's even nicer, unlike previous events, you don't need to gather, you know, a secondary currency just to start the raids. You just use your basic AP, and that's it. So you wanna hop into the evil raid, just do it over and over and over. As long as you have the AP for it, you can go right ahead. The only real stages are here for the story. Of course, you can hop in using your BP. I know a lot of players find it tedious to use BP. I personally do not, because it's faster to get my currency up. And that's pretty much it. I guess I have the AP to do it, so I guess we'll go ahead and we'll do an evil run. Obviously, it is a dark type event. Well, I guess the enemy will be light, but it's a dark type event, so definitely bringing your dark team will be the best thing here. So I guess I will just quickly run this. And then we'll go over the shop itself. So fight this giant scorpion guy. I don't really care about requesting for help because my team is not going to be able to handle it on its own. But yeah, so pretty cool. I am happy. I would have preferred, obviously, to get an actual Dezel SSR, but for the time being, I'm fine with at least getting some, you know, cool-looking artwork for Dezel. And I am happy that it was Dezel and not Rose, because Rose is very popular, at least in Japan. So I already expect her to. It won't be long before she gets an SSR. And looking at all the other, well, actually, just looking at Asteria, she has a ton of variants. So I will not be surprised if Rose, you know, is one of those characters that gets a bunch of variants, you know, fairly quickly. Ludger is very much a glass cannon, so that's why he went down so fast. I probably should have had Kronos second instead of Emil. This is okay, though. We're just gonna, like, keep going until we die, and then we'll go ahead and hop out to, what do you call it? Use that currency. But before we go through each stage of the summon boxes, we'll just go over what's in each box, because there's actually a decent amount of stuff in there that's actually pretty nice. Now, of course, I could do so much better with this if I was actually playing it, but I just do not have the patience for raids when it comes to this. You know, if they ever did, which actually would be interesting if they did, like, Transcend Battle, but it's raid. The only issue with that would be is, like, you'll always complete it. So, there's no real difficulty factor there. All you would have to do is make sure you're part of it, and then you would get the completion, so that probably wouldn't work. Unless they, like, limit it to, like... I don't know. I don't know how they would maybe limit the amount of players that can join, so that way you can't just, like, you know, have it be about numbers and that's how you win. I'm just trying to think how they would even make that, you know, difficult if they did do a Transcend Battle that was for raids. Yeah, I really can't think of a good way that would even work. I guess leave your thoughts down below if you do have an idea yourself of how that could possibly work. Surprisingly, we're living pretty well. It looks like Zealous is probably gonna be hurt here. Actually, thinking about it, since we do get poisoned on this stage, yeah, there goes Zealous. The Rose Memoria could come in really handy here. You can nullify that poison. You know, it's not 100% guaranteed, but 80% is still pretty good. So, thinking about it, you know, like I mentioned, the anniversary is mid-July. So that means we'll get a banner on the 31st of this month, you know, when this one ends. We'll get probably an EX... We might get an EX banner before that. They're very kind of jumpy with where they put their EX banners. Sometimes it's at the beginning of the month, sometimes it's at the end of a month. Yeah, so that's pretty much why, and I'll request for help later. But we did a decent amount of damage with that. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, we'll either get an EX banner at the end of this month, probably within the next week or so, or, you know, beginning of next month. And then, of course, we'll have another banner after the one that follows this one in the middle of June. We'll have one at the end of June, probably one more EX banner around there. And then, of course, the anniversary will start right after that. So we really only have, like, if you don't count the EX banners, we only have, like, 4 more banners after this one. So if you can hang tough and not feel the need to summon, that would obviously be for the best. So let's go ahead and look at this. So this is step 1. I haven't done any summons yet, so you get one of the Dazzle and Rose Memorias on the first box, as well as you get some of these. You get one of the stones each of the SR ones. You get some refinement stones. You see a seer stone right there. Oh, they're finally okay. This is actually really cool, because here's the issue. The issue with the raids being the limited raids being permanent now, which is kind of funny to call them limited raids, but they're permanent now, is that you have to choose whether to farm that or the regular event. So actually having these, it's not a lot, but having these in here will definitely help. We got some grape gels, we've got some enhanced materials for, you know, limit breaking and stuff like that. We get some of these magic cores so you can farm some books, some tomes. You've got all the cooking materials, which is always nice, and then down here, gleam stones. So there's probably going to be 10 steps of gleam stones for you to get, so probably like 1,000 gleam stones to get, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So for the first one, it's 250, so you have to use 25, so you need 2,500. Which means we will not have enough to even empty this first box, which makes sense because I really haven't done that much. I've done one very hard, one evil, and then this is the second evil I'm doing, and I did one aid set, so really not that bad. But let's see if we can at least get one. All right, well, there's our Rose. Now, if I could just get Dazzle here, that'd be great. The Gleam Stones are obviously very nice as well. Oh, there's summon tickets too. I didn't even see them in the list. All right, there's our Dazzle. Perfect. I wish you could use it all at once, but I mean, if you tap here, you can pretty much, you know, use it really, really quick. Excuse me. Still haven't seen the Gleam Stones yet, and that was everything. Did we not get the Gleam Stones? We didn't. I think. Let's see. Yeah, the Gleam Stones are still stuck in there somewhere. But it is nice we at least got one of each of the Memorias, so I can start enhancing them and leveling them up. So I'm going to guess there aren't as many boxes you need to reset just because it's starting at 250. Which I think for the last one, it started at like 100, and then it slowly went up. But it seems like they're just going to have more, so you don't have to do it as many times. So I'm pretty much going to keep going, and I recommend people keep going until you've gotten all the Gleam Stones, until you've obviously gotten all the Memoria dupes, and then as long as there's no more Seer Stones or Summon Tickets, stuff like that. So I'm pretty much just going to keep going until that's done, and then I'll go back to farming the other stuff. Let me see what missions there are in here. And that'll pretty much be it for the video. Okay, so attempt it, and then weekly. Okay, yeah, so very simple stuff. So I will take those 400 butterflies. That's definitely nice to have. And that's pretty much it. You can see I'm up to 20,600 gleam stones, so I am pretty much well, because you need 42,500 if the pity system is going to be the same as the half anniversary to guarantee that you get one of the anniversary units. Now, of course, if the banner is like Demon Vicious, there's always the chance that I get Demon Vicious, you know, not on the pity pull. I'm just mentally preparing myself for the fact that that probably won't happen. I don't think I'll get 42,000 by the time the anniversary comes, but I think I can at least get myself to 35,000, which means the month of the anniversary, if I am really that unlucky, I'd only have to get like another 7,000 to guarantee I get Demon Vicious, or whoever is on the anniversary banner. And of course, that only guarantees me one of the units. I would still have to worry about the other two, but seeing as how the 6-month anniversary went, I did walk away with Acid. I didn't get Forte, but I got Acid, I think twice, and then I grabbed the Pity for Machina. So I will be curious to see if, because they're limited units, if the old limited units will come back on this banner, which I guess I wouldn't really hate because, you know, I would definitely love, just for collection purposes, to get Forte and get some more dupes for Acid, since I'm not really working on him right now. But, of course, the main priority will be the new units. But that's going to be it, guys. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.